The opportunity to talk to you about artificial intelligence and how we're using it. At the end of my presentation, I'm going to put a link to the website in the chat so you can go experience 3 different versions of artificial intelligence bots. But let's rock and roll. A little bit of my background. I've been a sales acceleration and lead generation coach since 1978, over 48 years now. I've worked with over 7,000 business-to-business organizations. I've trained thousands of salespeople, and I've been featured on the cover of a lot of magazines and received a lot of honors because of my focus on the process. If you're a professional or a business owner looking for more clients or more business, more customers, you have to essentially change the process that you've used. I started selling for IBM in 1970, and I'm here to tell you what worked then isn't even close to working in today's world. So those of us who are unwilling to change will suffer financial degradation. But we're going to talk real briefly about what bots can do. Now, they are called androids, chatbots, or bots. I use those words interchangeably. But I'm going to show you how we use this technology with our clients to increase revenue. In some of our clients' operations, we make phone calls for their team. We're setting up a system right now for a medical clinic that makes 8,000 calls per month to remind patients of their appointments. We can qualify leads, book appointments. You'll experience that if you go to our test drive, which is the link I'm going to give you. The bot will ask you to book an appointment with me, and it will be in my calendar, and I'll call you at that appropriate time. If you're out on the road and you're a one-man or one-woman band and a prospect calls in that needs to talk to you soon, the bot can handle the call, disseminate information about your practice or your business, and it will solicit an appointment for the prospect to talk to you. Much more powerful than old-fashioned voicemail. We can increase the volume of business, and the reason bots are working so well, the reason AI is exploding, is this picture represents the average entrepreneur. We deal, on average, according to studies, doing 83 different tasks every day. Some are very simple, answer the phone, drive from point A to point B. Some are very complicated. The studies also show that every time you switch from one task to another, you're dramatically increasing the probability of making a mistake. Every mistake requires you to spend more time. So what I'd like you to think about is, what would your life be like if bots helped you contest all desirable decisions, just got into the game? If you never showed up for a customer a day late and $1 short, if bots maintain relationships with all of your prospects, and in today's world, and one of the benefits of ACN is the number of relationships we can maintain. But imagine if you had an army of bots maintaining thousands of relationships for you on your behalf and interacting with those individuals as if they were you. And I'll show you how we do that. What would happen if all of your active customers received regular messaging to come back and buy more or increase prices? What would happen if all dormant customers were reactivated and you had an opportunity to recapture lost sales? Properly implemented, bots will do all of that work for you. Now, I've been an entrepreneur since 1978. As I said, I've worked with 7,000 entrepreneurs, and we have tried virtually everything. We've hired callers and appointment setters. We've increased costs. We've dealt with management headaches. One of the benefits that my clients tell me they love about our bots is none of my bots show up late for work. None of my bots can give you a lame excuse for failure. So you'll never have those kind of management issues. And unlike a human, if a bot misperforms, you can fire them without any legal consequences. So there's a lot of advantages to getting some or all of your work done with bots. Bots will reactivate leads. They'll set appointments. We're going to introduce you to conversational AI. Now, ChatGPT was the first big hit in the AI world, and it allows you to type and have a conversation via text messaging. Late last year, we invested in some new technology to incorporate voice technology, so you could actually have a conversation with the computer. The goal at that time was to prospect for our clients. The FCC, on a horrible date, February 8th, passed a law that said that kind of cold calling is illegal. So at the risk of a $23,000 fine per phone call, I opted not to pursue bankruptcy and turn our system into an inbound caller. So we deal with inbound calls with prospects. You can make outbound calls to your existing customers or to people that have granted permission by filling out a form on your website. This is a study that came from Forbes just to illustrate how AI is growing. 74% of business owners believe that artificial intelligence will help them make more money and have a better quality of life. One of the main reasons that these things work so well is because the funnel that we've all mastered as sales professionals is contingent on your volume of business as well as the velocity of handling that volume. Now, the problem is that once opportunities go into the top of the funnel, there's always a phenomenon of some leakage. Now, the leakage occurs because we don't have visibility on what's going on inside of the funnel. This is where a bot can really help you. If you're spending money to get people interested in your business through seminars, trade shows, cold calls, referrals, all cities networks, you're spending money and investing time to put opportunities into the funnel, but leakage inevitably occurs, and that leakage costs you money. The reason for that is many of us are concerned about closing deals quickly. A study published by the Sales Lead Management Association shows that roughly 4% of all leads are in what I refer to as a now buyer phenomenon. They are at the decision stage of the funnel, but 96% are not yet ready to buy. So one of the problems that small businesses have is we don't typically have the bandwidth to nurture and stay in touch with that 96% of your leads. So if you invest in a campaign, hypothetically, to produce 1,000 inquiries or leads, and 4% of them buy, you'll do the happy dance out in the parking lot. And that's great. But I want to make sure that you compete for all 1,000 leads. And the only way to compete for the 960 that don't buy is to stay in touch with them. Have a bot do that for you. One of the reasons it works is studies have shown, this was done by the Dartnell Sales Institute, salespeople quit prematurely. And small entrepreneurs, one-man, one-woman bands, have to quit because we don't have the bandwidth to nurture hundreds and hundreds of opportunities. Hire a bot for a few $100s a month to do that work for you, and you'll be amazed at what happens to your bottom line. Another phenomenon of bots is that they respond instantaneously. So let's say you are at dinner on a Saturday night and a phone call goes into your office. Odds are you may not follow up on that until Monday morning. Well, a bot can answer the phone, disseminate information about your business, ask questions, and when you go to the test drive, I'd like you to ask the bot, regardless of which bot you choose, any question you'd like about our business. One of the bots is a sample that we put together for a catering service here in Los Angeles. The other two bots sell Cargill Consulting Group and our autopilot system. Ask questions and see how the bot responds. I want you to get a feel for the human-like characteristics of the system. And we actually have gotten to the point inside of our team referring to the bots with names. So you'll be talking to Jane, who's my virtual assistant, and you'll find her very pleasant. another study showed that 62% of inbound calls are never responded to by small businesses. They go into the voicemail, but there's no follow-up or not timely follow-up. Well, a bot will address that. So what we're trying to do is get you to have the largest marketing footprint possible. I define footprint as the number of business-to-business relationships or business-to-customer relationships that you maintain. And studies that were published by the Harvard Business Review show that you can't maintain a relationship unless you remind the prospect of your value proposition at least 7 times per year. Now, if you call them 7 times annually and say, will you buy, will you buy, will you buy, you'll push them away. Our bots are trained by us to be professional and add value to the relationship on your behalf. And this helps you overcome the #1 reason for sales failure, which is you ain't there when they want to buy. You may have talked to them last year and they said not now, or you may have talked to them last month, they said not now, but when they buy, you aren't there because you have a limited ability to stay in touch with all the prospects. Now, I call the secret sauce the intersection of trust and timing. No one will buy anything from anybody that has any significant cost or risk if they don't trust that seller. Conversely, if trust is very high, but the timing's wrong, budget's wrong, taxes aren't done, they're making a big acquisition, they're trying to close a big deal, you may not get a deal. So the key to marketing with bots is to obtain trust by delivering value and then maintain trust until the timing's right. I can't make a customer buy if the timing's wrong unless I take a Colt 45 with me on the sales call. And the last time I checked, that doesn't contribute to customer satisfaction. May be fun for the salesperson, but pretty soon you're going to be doing a lot of time in a very strange place. It all boils down to how much selling time you have. One human being has 173.5 sales hours available to him or her monthly. Now, if you're in a business-to-business mode. Now, we all do work in the evening and we get up early, but this is sales time, not prep time. But you still have conflicts that occur. For instance, you can't sell while you're searching or prospecting for an account. You can't serve an existing account while you're selling. I've made thousands of sales calls with my clients over the years, and I've never been able to tell a client, thanks for paying my daily fee. While I'm here, do you mind if I use your phone to call some prospects? That will certainly get you thrown out the door. You have business meetings, you have to travel, you have to prep, you have to write proposals, and the list goes on. So what bots will do is some of the work listed on the screen, and bots will give you more selling time. In our experience, it's not hard to double the number of sales hours available to a salesperson or an entrepreneur per calendar month. If I double the amount of time you spend selling or available time, and you use that time to make more sales calls, inevitably you'll increase your revenue. So bots will take the place of some human functions and give you more time. If you pay people to do work that a bot can do, I think you'll find that your employees can do more valuable work by reassigning some of their tasks to a bot. And again, for a few $100s a month, it's a great trade of time for money. So we will work through your sales process. It starts up at the top left in a cold outreach mode utilizing text messages and or email. Up until February 8th, I had cold calls on that list, but thank you, government. They modified my business plan and never even called me. The bots read whatever response your customers have. So we send an email if the customer says, this is a good idea, or there's some positive, warm words in their response, then the bot will assign that opportunity to a positive bucket. If the customer comes back by text or email and says, send me some more information, the bot will send that information, but it's going to put the prospect into a neutral bucket. If the prospect says, heck no, don't ever contact me again, stop, then the bot reads that and puts it into a negative bucket and classifies that as D&D, do not disturb. The neutral will be nurtured and get regular touches. The positive will be solicited to book an appointment for you. And that appointment will be in your calendar, the date and time that the prospect wants to talk to you. So if you have people calling in and you're not booking all the appointments that you could get, a bot can help. It will basically do 80% of your selling at about 5% of your cost. We can handle thousands of leads. One bot can obtain and maintain 13,000 relationships per year for each of our clients. So it becomes very positive for you if there are 13,000 qualified, interested, nurtured prospects who have received value-added marketing touches automatically over the course of a year. Inevitably, some of those people will buy. That increases your volume and your velocity. Now, I don't want to confuse artificial intelligence with a CRM system. What I'm advocating does not compete with CRM, does not replace CRM. As a matter of fact, everything our bots do can be automatically loaded into your existing CRM system electronically 24/7, 365. If you're going to go into artificial intelligence marketing, make sure that you do some research to build the largest database possible. Now, you can buy that database. You can hire a scraping service to build that. These are offshore people. I just had a list created for me for $55 that the person in Sri Lanka scraped those names from LinkedIn and put them into a spreadsheet for me. Very cost effective, but essentially you want to have as many demographically desirable people as possible. Now, in addition to an opportunity for the chat, everyone that gets involved with our test drive will receive a manual that I wrote. It's about 75 pages long, and it has suggested flowcharts for all of the phases of the sale over on the left-hand side. And one of the flowcharts is on your screen right now. This is the campaign that the bot assigns a prospect to when the prospect says something like, not now, no need, no interest, my dog has fleas, I can't pay attention to what you're doing. And I will send everyone a PDF of this manual, and as a thank you for your time and for taking the test drive. Let's resurrect all of those dead leads and dead accounts. They're buying something from somebody. Let's get our message into their brain and facilitate creating those relationships that I talked about. Our first step is to work with a new client to conduct what I refer to as a feasibility study. Let's take a look at how you're doing customer service, because bots are great at retaining customers, customer satisfaction, outreach and qualifying leads, answering the phones. We'll take a look at how you currently work, and I'll let you know if a bot can help you or several bots, and we'll put together a proposal. So like I said, I'm going to put this into the chat right now. And I want to.
Are you going to give a live demo, Gil? Can somebody call in and we can all hear it?
No, they can call in individually because there are 3 different bots available. There you go. So
soundbite.
We can't just have one of the members call and so everybody hears.
How can we do that? I've got a test number.
Can
Bob?
you call Gil from a speakerphone?
Or one of us call you?
No, I'll call and let's see what happens. I'm working with my smartphone and my computer speakers.
If you're not set up for that, I'm not trying to catch you off guard, but. I
No,
thought I
it's
would.
fine. Let's see what happens.
That's what the boss sounds like.
Everyone else but Gil, please mute yourself.
Okay, I'm starting the call right now.
This is what you call building suspense.
Yeah,
Hold on.
okay. She's busy right now. Just go ahead and check that and,
Fire
They're never busy.
Hey, Gil, also for those of us in the room, can you email us what you're posting? Cause we're in the room.
her. Yeah, we
We
can't
got
say
no
the
chat.
okay, I will email everybody that's, Bob, can you give me a list of everyone that's registered and I will email that to them.
I'll send that to you later today, Gil.
Okay, thanks, Eric. All right, gang, that's my story and I'm sticking to it and,
No, you're.